Welcome to TechWeb Dots. This is part 6 of ASP.NET Core tutorial series, and we will discuss today what are configuration files, and in that launch settings.json and app setting.json's use. Okay, so let's start without wasting time. So our agenda is already set. We will discuss app settings.json, launch settings.json, and we will also discuss what are the configuration providers available in ASP.NET Core and what is the ideal order of those configuration providers. And I would suggest you to watch the ASP.NET Core tutorial series, and link is given in the description of this video, and all sources available on my blog as well. So let's start. What is app setting.json? So if you will see in your ASP.NET Core application, if you will create with the blank template, you will see under root node of project there is a file app settings.json, and this is the default structure of the available without making any changes. Okay, the use of this app settings.json is for production purpose, okay, not for dev. So if we talk about this, configuration in ASP.NET Core is performed using one or more configuration providers. Configuration providers read configuration data from key value pairs using a variety of configuration sources. Earlier we used webconfig file, but now there is app setting.json file, and configuration provider are read in the order they are specified. Don't worry if you are not getting what is configuration provider, we will discuss in a second. Okay, so a typical sequence of configuration provider is: change configuration provider adds the host configuration and setting it as a first source for the application configuration, and in this chain the second thing is app settings.json, and third is app settings.environment.json. the where you can see the environment we can mention, or you can use this JSON file for production, staging or dev environment as well. Okay, but app setting especially used for production and staging. Okay, Ticket Manager uses the file configuration provider to store user secret in a JSON file in dev environment only. Environment variable using the environment variable configuration provider, and command line argument using the command line configuration providers. Okay, if there are certain settings that you want your ASP.NET Core application to use when you publish or deploy your app, store them in app setting.json file. Yes, this is very important line, I would like to repeat it again. If there are certain settings that you want your ASP.NET Core application to use when you publish and deploy your application, store them in app settings.json. Now I will also explain few things about configuration in ASP.NET Core. ASP.NET Core configures app behavior based on the runtime environment using environment variables. When we start the application, at that time we will identify what configuration we need to pick for our application. To determine the runtime environment, ASP.NET Core read from the environment variables. There are two environment variables, especially .NET environment variable and ASP.NET Core environment variable. Okay, and especially for ASP.NET Core environment variable, default ASP.NET Core web app template call configure web host default. Okay, this is the very important method, configure web host default, because it is calling the default method. Okay, or you can say the default configuration provider. The ASP.NET Core environment value override .NET environment, okay, which is specified before ASP.NET Core environment or after, but ASP.NET Core environment override the .NET environment. ASP.NET Core environment also calls the use developer exception page. Okay, when ASP.NET Core environment is set to development. Okay, it means when we are setting the value to development, it will call use developer exception page, and it will call use exception handler when the value of ASP.NET Core is set to staging or production. Okay, so it will change the method calling on the basis of what value is set, either development or staging. Okay, iHost environment name can be set to any value, but the following value are provided by the framework: development, staging and production. Yes, development, the launch setting.json file sets ASP.NET Core environment. Okay, yes, you are hearing right. in launch setting.json, we set the value of ASP.NET Core environment to development on the local machine. And for staging, definitely we will mention them in staging. And for production, the default .NET environment and ASP.NET Core environment have not been set, because for production we use fsettings.json file. Okay, so now what is launch setting and where it is? So I have created an application where on the right corner you can see ASP.NET Core app blank application I have created with a blank template. Under property you will see there is a launch setting.json file, and if you will see in the figure on the left hand side, in the launch setting.json file you will see there are two profiles. One is IIS Express and second is ASP.NET Core app blank, which is our project name, or we can say it is a project profile. Okay, and on the right hand side, on the right bottom corner, you will see when we are going to run our application, there are options available, or you can say these are the profiles which are available as Express and ASP.NET Core app blank, which is our project name. Okay, so through here you can verify as well. Okay, so what are the key things about launch settings.json? The development environment can enable features that shouldn't be exposed in production. Okay, because there are so many changes when we work in development environment and when the application goes to production environment. For example, ASP.NET Core template enable the developer exception page in development environment. The environment for local machine development can be set in properties launch setting.json file of the project. Environment values set in launch setting.json and override the value which is set in the system environment, because we are calling for development, not for the production. Okay, you will find the file under properties folder that I have just shown you. Okay, under that root folder, the launch setting.json file, there are few things, is only used on local development machine, not for production, and it is also not part of the deployment package, and it contains the profile settings that we have just seen. The settings in the file are used when we run the ASP.NET Core project either from Visual Studio or .NET Core CLI. Okay, the Visual Studio project properties debug tab provide a GUI to edit the launch setting.json file. Yes, it is a GUI as well. Okay, which is a graphical user interface. Changes made to project profile may not take effect until the web server is restarted. So Castor server must be restarted before it can detect changes made to its environment. Okay, so launch setting.json shouldn't be store secrets. Yes, I have already told you it is not for storing the secret. For that we should use secret manager tool. The secret manager tool can be used to store secrets for local development. Okay, so if you will see in the figure that I am showing, when you run your application, apply a breakpoint in the startup file which is called by the program.cs file main method. So in the configure, if you will expand the environment object, you will see the application name and the environment name as well, which is development. Okay, so we have seen we are setting this development value in launch settings.json. Okay, so that's it from this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, please leave a comment. I will revert on that as soon as possible, so stay tuned for that. In our next video we will discuss what is ASP.NET Core middleware. Have a good day.